Hey guys, Icarus is back with level 10 now. There's 6, 7 more of these to go through, and each with some small significant things that Blizzard put into. Oh, like this one that I was almost walking past, the Anvil of Fury. That quest was one in where someone had where Griswold had heard about the anvil upon which the minions of hell forged their weapons, and how he thinks he could make something truly fantastic if you could wrest it from the enemy. And he does. You get the Anvil of Fury and bring it back to Griswold in Diablo 1, and he makes for you this sword, Griswold's Edge, which is what my sorcerer in Diablo 1 had equipped from the point where he found it to the point where he killed Diablo. Yeah, for me playing, for everyone who's played Diablo 1 playing this, it's just a big nostalgia trip. But for me, being able to record it as a nostalgia trip, I can share with you guys. I can tell you what kinds of things I found, I felt, and I know a lot of it's going to boil down to just it's so cool kind of thing that I've mocked some YouTubers with videos of games like Astroneer and No Man's Sky about just space being so cool. And yeah, space is cool, and people do just geek out really about things they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you notice the timestamp up in the upper right change a bit between videos this time, instead of, literally being quick from one to the other, that's because I had a brief argument there with Darth Mom where she was just saying nobody wants to watch someone yammer on for an hour or more like you're doing, and well, that's the reason why I was breaking it up into smaller videos. I know it's a lot to watch. I know it's a lot especially when you're just watching someone play a game, and I had to point out to her, clearly there are people who do like to watch this kind of stuff, even if they're not watching me yet, because this is just a Let's Play channel, or for the time being, for the most part, it's just a Let's Play channel. I'm not going to box myself into a corner like PewDiePie did with making his channel a Let's Play channel right from the get-go, before Let's Play channels were a thing. I mean, I still admire him for inventing the Let's Play channel. And he's still the biggest YouTuber in the game. But at the same time, he started as a Let's Play channel, mostly playing games and occasionally doing skits and stuff. And now he's playing a lot less games and doing more talks. Not even skits, I don't think, just talks. Which I think I want to try a little bit of everything on my channel, on our channel here. It's not just mine, it's Keese's too. But I think I want to try a little bit of everything, but for the most part, I'm going to try to keep the focus on playing, on games, on sharing my experiences in these games with you guys. Not that I think that I'm that interesting. I mean, I do think the games are that interesting, but I'm just hoping I'm that interested, that I'm interesting enough or fun enough, and dead villagers everywhere. Do 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 do. I'm in a circle. Why is it a long circle? Dungeon crawlers might not be the best games to record for Let's Plays because if they have procedurally generated maps like Diablo 3's core gameplay does and Diablo 1's original core gameplay does, then you can't count on anything interesting actually showing up. But if they have a static map, then there could be large portions of the static map where there's really nothing to show. Ooh, a legendary. I will take that. Let's see what happened here. It's homing pads. I've seen this before. Sorry to spoil the surprise, but, you know, it's homing pads. It gives you a shield when you're using Town Portal. That's it. It's neat, it's useful when you're low level, but if it drops when you're low level. And you're picking up every single scrap of gear like I've been doing, even though this character's maxed out and not going to find any upgrades. Well, not completely maxed out. If this character truly were maxed out with all the best gear he could have on him, then I would be in the same boat as them elitists I mentioned who keep complaining that there's no content, despite having just burned through what should have been months worth of content, because look at the gloriously crafted environmental details. Well, I mean, this Dark New Restriction event, clearly not months worth of content. They're only keeping it up for a month. The month of January for this year. I hope they bring it back or just leave it up longer, personally, because even if some people will get sick of it, even if I'll eventually get sick of it, at some point, that sick of it, that being burned out, will wear off, and I'll probably want to revisit it again, just because it feels good to occasionally take a hit of nostalgia. In fact, for me, it feels pretty good to take a lot of hits of nostalgia. That's the reason why I was hoping most of what I'd play on the channel here for you would be retro Nintendo and Capcom and Konami games. The games I grew up with and played to death because I loved them so. Because that's what we do with games that we love. We play them until they no longer function. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever actually convince Darth Mom. She actually said that's what she wants to be called on the channel if I do talk about or to her on the channel. I don't think I'll ever actually convince her about the fact that Let's Play channels are a thing. Even if I outright show her Markiplier or PewDiePie or Lord Minion 777's channels with the thousands upon thousands, millions of subscribers. I'm not sure if I already mentioned this on the channel or if I mentioned this too much on the channel, but it's actually Kisa's dream, as far as our channel goes, to one day meet Markiplier, especially if she can appear in a video with him. For me, same dream, but different YouTuber. I would love to meet Pat from Game Theory. I don't quite have the mind to do what he does. I can't make this a theory channel just because I don't have it in me. But I just love what he does so much. He's awesome. He's a Gaijin Goomba as well, though he's less theory and more just cultural relevance. I like overthinking games. That is a thing I have always done, and I just went in a giant circle while I was yammering on. Where is the end of the circle? Where am I supposed to... Oh, yeah, that's right. I found the way down right away, and then I explored the rest of the floor, hoping there'd be something significant. And for one floor of this, at least, this one floor, nothing significant, nothing special. Let's just go.
I must be getting close.
Yeah, now we've reached the true depths of the game, of the recreation of the game. These last 4 floors of the labyrinth in Diablo 1 were a Hellion landscape, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with the Hell skins from Diablo 3 for the environment. Instead, they used the Leoric's torture chamber skins, and yeah, I got a Paragon level. I didn't pop over there. Bad thingies. Stop being thingies. But yeah, now we're to the true depths of the game. There's only 4 levels left. This recording's still a little kind of young, only about halfway through. But there's going to be less things of significance through this portion of the game. So I might actually do just a skip straight to when I am reaching Lazarus or Diablo, probably Lazarus, because, oh wait, the Warlord of Blood. I forgot about him.
The armories of hell are home to the Warlord of Blood. In his wake lay the mutilated bodies of thousands.
He's another,
and man alike.
I mean, everything in here to some extent is a shout out to the original Diablo, which still so cool, so awesome. I enjoy it. But the Warrior of Blood wasn't a storyline significant thing at the time. He was just another trick to put around a corner to terrify the players of these games. And again, I know some of you are going to say, just a game, how could it be scary? Well, that's the difference between an immersive gamer and someone who's just playing the game as just a game. Because, yeah, no matter what, at the end of the day, it is still just a game. But to the immersive gamer, we're playing it to get away from the real world for a little while. We're playing it as a sense of escapism. And if we escape into a world much more terrifying than our own, so be it. We're enjoying the adrenaline rush of that fear that we're experiencing by doing so. That's why I generally prefer scary games where you can't fight back, like Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Still haven't heard back from frictional games, but I might start playing Amnesia even without hearing back from them, because I don't know if I'm going to hear back from any of them. Whether it's good news or bad news of them either giving permission or saying no, either way, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like I'm even a blip on their radar. Which, if I'm not a blip on their radar, then clearly they're not going to actually care if I'm playing their games on my channel. But I stopped here even though I was talking about something else, because here's Lockdown, the loyal knight of King Leoric, who actually killed him once Leoric fell to madness. You could meet him in Diablo 1. He took on the form of one of these black knights that I've been killing, and he begged you to end his torment because he was cursed to live on in death as this monster. But he wouldn't fight you. Instead, you found this golden elixir that would end his curse. And the elixir kills him anyway. And he drops a singular item in Diablo 1, this Veil of Steel, which in Diablo 1 it lowered your sight radius, but gave you a significant increase to all stats. Or at the very least a really big increase to armor. I've been long enough that I don't remember the exact stats of all the significant items of Diablo 1. But I just really like seeing the references put in. I like playing this game. Ah, sniffles. Does anybody else have that problem where you just get the sniffles all winter long, no matter whether you're actually sick or not? I think lockdown was the only significant thing on this floor. So I'm gonna just try to quickly find the stairs and might even try skipping by enemies, even though having all of them on the screen will only cause more lag to be happening. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see exactly how much is, you know, me being stupid and going in circles. But this way looked like it was probably the right way. So let's go back this way to this crowd of enemies who are really angry at us behind. I'm wrong, aren't I? I'm sure I'm wrong at this point. That is the only thing one can truly be sure of. Good thing I left this on a difficulty level where I can one-hit kill things. Because otherwise, this run would really last forever. And the Darth Mom would really be angry because I've been trying to record this for a few days with little luck because of the fact that our Wi-Fi situation is a little iffy. Even with me being a former IT guy, it's more the fact that we don't have any repeaters set up, and our neighbors probably do. We live in a tight-knit apartment complex, and there's a lot of crosstalk between wireless networks. And ours is not the strongest, so I only really have a stable enough connection to play Diablo, and thus to record Diablo 3, while I'm sitting out in the living room, the most public area of the apartment where everyone does everything. And yeah, obviously this is going to bother people who want to do things other than me recording my video. But luckily for her, I am near the end of it, and she'll have her living room back for the rest of the day. She's still gonna be mad that I wasted like 2-3 hours of time. She could be up in the living room, in her comfy chair in the corner, by the slider door, which is really cold. I don't know. She doesn't like the fact that it's cold. It's just that's where she put her chair. That's her spot. And she's stubborn enough to stick with it. I get my stubbornness from her, which is the same stubbornness that allowed me to play through the original Diablo when it lagged this without even being online play. I actually tried online play when we were living out in the country on dial-up. I bet you guys could guess in under 10 seconds about how well that worked out for me. In fact, my first few weeks of playing World of Warcraft were on dial-up, and I bet you guys can guess how well that worked out for me. And the Vizier, he's appeared every time I've done this, but I don't remember him being a significant character in Diablo 1. He probably wasn't. He was probably just a named NPC that some people saw enough times and liked enough that they, not NPC, a named mob. Remind yourself, Icarus, that the NPCs are the ones you talk to, usually. In some games, they call them all NPCs. But we're nearing the end. Probably this video and maybe one more, and we'll have this all finished. But I'm going to try finishing out. I'm going to finish out level 15 here in this video, and the next one is just going to be the Dark Altar and Diablo's Lair. So yeah, here we are, Unholy Altar. I keep calling it Dark Altar. Same thing, really, but yeah. Ending this video here, picking up now. Well, picking up, yeah. You know the drill. Hi. Oh.